KC9 First News on KCWE starts now.
And that will clinch it.
The Kansas City Chiefs are getting a chance at a three-peat after winning last night's AFC Championship. The history they've already made before they go for the ultimate goal in Super Bowl 59. As we count down to the big game, there are plenty of chances for Chiefs Kingdom to celebrate. We're live at Union Station, where the fan zone is getting a revamp to reflect the Chiefs' success.
And in weather, if you haven't stepped outside yet, it's really cold now, but we've got a long stretch of above normal temperatures and a good chance of rain and a slight chance of snow. I'll show you when and where.
Well, good Monday morning, and thanks so much for joining us on this Victory Monday. I am Jamie Weiss. Katie Horner is getting us ready with the forecast. The sun is shining over KC. I mean, what a perfect start to the week.
It's a victory morning. Everybody's half asleep, but everybody feels happy that our Chiefs fans, I know we still have a few guests in town, and maybe some who live here are not necessarily Chiefs fans. May not be such a great morning for you, but Chiefs Kingdom is looking beautiful this morning. It is 19 degrees. Our wind chill is only 10, so it is very cold this morning. And those numbers came from KCI. In Liberty, it's 18, Paola 16, Warrensburg is at 21. Wind chills are basically ranging from 4 degrees in Lawrence to 15 in Marshall. So it is a very cold morning. That is the first focus. And then we'll turn our attention to this really nice weather we expect in the afternoons, at least temperature-wise this week. Today, we go up to 45. Tomorrow, 48 degrees, 49 on Wednesday. Today's story is about the wind. It's a little breezy now, but it's going to come right down to being gusty this afternoon with 30-mile-an-hour winds expected. Therefore, 45 will look good on the thermometer. However, it'll feel more like it's in the 30s. Johnny Rowland keeping an eye on your morning commute. Johnny, what is the update?
Well, we're looking good right now, Katie. We're not seeing anything in the way of any major problems, although we talked about at least a later rush hour this morning, maybe a lighter one. I think it's going to be later because we're seeing now at 8 o'clock what we would normally be seeing maybe at 7:30, 7:45. This picture of I-35 going away from us, the southbound run just now loosening up a little bit, but that would be probably later than usual as we are headed past Antioch on out to Shawnee Mission Parkway and the I-35 Oval Parkway split. Southbound I-35, so in that regard, not too much different, but I think it's a little bit later. Look at the northbound run, though. We did have some activity near Southwest Boulevard. There was enough to jam me up a little bit downstream from this picture. It looks like they've just cleared that, and maybe we're just starting to see a little bit of an improvement in the backup through there, and I think it's a little bit of a later rush through there, too, the heavier stuff later than usual. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Johnny. Well, your Kansas City Chiefs have punched their ticket to a third straight Super Bowl. They won the very tight AFC Championship game against the Buffalo Bills.
First and goal. Holmes still has it. To the 5. And in for the touchdown.
Well, despite that failed spike attempt there at the end, that 10-yard touchdown from Patrick Mahomes was just what the Chiefs needed to pull away from the Bills in the fourth quarter. The Bills put up a fight, but the Chiefs end their Super Bowl dreams 32-29, and now it's the ultimate goal for the Chiefs, a first-of-its-kind Super Bowl three-peat. But the Chiefs already made it into the record books last night. KBC9's Len Jennings was there.
Well, good morning from Arrowhead Stadium, and last night there was quite the party. The confetti's still on the ground here as the Kansas City Chiefs punched their ticket to yet another Super Bowl. Last night they beat the Buffalo Bills by a field goal in their 7th consecutive AFC Championship. Of course, the Chiefs are chasing history, looking to become the first team in NFL history to win 3 straight Super Bowls. Now, they actually did make history last night. They're the first team in NFL history to win back-to-back Super Bowls and punch their ticket to a Super Bowl. No other team has done that before. Last night, Patrick Mahomes and company, they were able to get the victory over the Buffalo Bills, and now they're off to New Orleans. Reporting from Arrowhead, I'm Len Jennings for KMBC 9 News.
Well, after the win, Chiefs chairman and CEO Clark Hunt accepted the trophy that was named after his father, Lamar Hunt. Just a great way to bring it all home. And you might think, since the Chiefs have done this so many times now, that getting to the Super Bowl isn't quite as exciting as it used to be. But Patrick Mahomes says that couldn't be further from the truth.
It's just so hard to get to the Super Bowl, and I don't take it for granted. And to be able to do it again at Arrowhead was special. I mean, last year it was awesome. You get there and you win it, but you're at a different stadium. And then being able to win it at Arrowhead, and then you get that trophy on that stage, and you look around, and there's not a seat empty. It is a special place, and I'm glad that I get to be a part of Chiefs Kingdom and here in Kansas City because these moments that I'll have for the rest of my life.
Well, the Chiefs are going to face a familiar foe in New Orleans. The Philadelphia Eagles are back to take another crack at the Chiefs. The Eagles were absolutely dominant in the NFC Championship game against the Washington Commanders. Running back Saquon Barkley got the touchdowns going early, scoring in his first 2 carries in the first quarter. He and quarterback Jalen Hurts both had 3 rushing touchdowns on the day. The Commanders turned the ball over 4 times, which led to an Eagles touchdown every time. They won 55-23. That is the most points ever scored in a conference title game.
I don't play the game for stats. I don't play the game for numbers, any statistical approval from anyone else. And I understand that everyone has a preconceived notion on how they want it to look or how they expect it to look. And I told you guys that winning and success is defined by that particular individual, and it's all relative to the person. And what I define it as is winning.
Well, the Chiefs know that they're going to have some fierce competition in the Eagles. Tight end Travis Kelce, who faced his brother Jason during the team's last Super Bowl meeting, says the Chiefs have their work cut out for them.
Oh, we get right back to work. Like I said, we got bigger goals, and we got a hell of a football team over there in the NFC that's playing just as good as anybody that we've seen. So, and we know they're going to have a sour taste in their mouth from the last time we played them in the Super Bowl. And you know, that being said, man, we got to go to work. We got to go to work and make sure we're ready to handle them.
And there's no doubt that the Chiefs have work left to do, but right now it is time to celebrate here in Kansas City. KMBC 9's Morgan Mobley joins us live at Union Station's Fan Zone this morning. And Morgan, it's going to be a fun 2 weeks.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. I'm sorry, I'm having to hold my IFB because they're playing all these highlights behind me, and it does get you hyped up. We love to see it. I am making more friends here in Chiefs Kingdom because one thing about Chiefs Kingdom is we all come together. We're all one big family when it comes to the momentum, the success of postseason. Come on in, Miss Bari. Look at this jacket. Oh, give me a twirl, girl. Give me a twirl. Look at that. Oh, shoot. Oh. All right, what do we think? Are we going to add another?
Oh, we're definitely adding another. They're not going to stop right now. The 3-peat.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's fueling the whole thing.
We're unstoppable. What were your thoughts during the game last night?
Heart attack, mini stroke, little heart attack. Like, we got this. We might not got this.
Yeah.
But you knew we were going to do it.
So relatable. I think you're speaking for the entirety of Chiefs Kingdom when it comes to that. How special is it? I mean, we've done this song and dance so many times now. Does it get old to you? Is it still so special? Walk in Union Station, see this song?
I posted on my socials that it still feels like a dream a lot of days. Like, what? I've been a Chiefs fan since way back when we won. I mean, when we lost all the time. So it's finally happening. Yeah, and all Patrick knows is to win. So... And he wants to break records, so we're going to get this 3-peat.
We are.
We already broke the record last night by being the first ones to actually go back after winning 2 in a row to get to the Super Bowl. So, even if we were to lose, which we're not.
But we're not.
But we're not.
It doesn't. It doesn't end here.
No, it does not end here.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, for showing off your jacket. Again, this is just go Chiefs. This is the best part about just the run and our continued quest for the 3-peat. Everyone is feeling good here this morning. A lot of folks stop in to come get their pictures. Hey, this fan zone is open every day from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. It is completely free, and they're going to build onto it throughout the week. On Saturday, they're opening up the Grand Hall. That's where you're going to see all of the New Orleans-themed photo backdrops, maybe some nods to Taylor and Travis. So much more fun left to be had. Reporting live in Kansas City, Morgan Mobley, KMBC 9 News.
Oh, Morgan, I love it. I love the enthusiasm of Chiefs Kingdom, and what a cool jacket. Thank you for sharing that with us. We'll check back in with Morgan a little bit later on. KMBC 9 News is headed to New Orleans. Our sports team has traveled to every Chiefs game since the season started. They'll be kicking off our coverage starting next Sunday, and then we are bringing you a full week of Super Bowl and game day coverage live from the Big Easy It's a special edition of Chasing the Championship coverage every night at 6:30 and Friday night at 7 o'clock right here on KMBC 9. Of course, Katie, Cody and Donna are going to be in the Big Easy getting us ready on First News while we man the fort back here at home, and at least, we'll have good weather for both of our crews.
We'll begin the debate. How do you say it? New Orleans, Nolans, New Orleans?
NOLA.
No, yeah, so many different ways to say it, but everything about the town. The food is fantastic, and we'll have our crews down there giving us the whole flavor of what's happening. Now, as far as the forecast goes, this is 2 weeks away, but even the low and high end of these temperature possibilities are not bad. It could be as cold as 52 in the morning. It could be as hot as 78 in the afternoon. It looks like it should be mostly sunny on that Super Bowl Sunday, but they play indoors. It's just for the fan experience outside that I'm letting you know that. Now, back to our local weather. Today, mostly sunny, so cold this morning, but very nice this afternoon, especially if you can get out of the wind, because it doesn't look bad. 14 miles an hour, but it will be gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Jamie.
I appreciate that heads up. Thank you, Katie. Right now, Kansas City, Missouri police are looking for 3 missing teen girls who disappeared altogether. 15-year-old Savannah Morris, Deasia Dovers, and 14-year-old Kenna Westling were last seen around 11 Saturday night at 55th and Cambridge. Police tell us their families are very worried. So if you see any of these girls, please call 911. Today, local activists will be at the Jackson County legislators meeting pushing for more funding for buses. Young people with the Sunrise Movement KC are demanding lawmakers to act to solve a budget deficit expected to cause a reduction in bus service and a loss of jobs. The deadline for legislators to put bus funding on the April ballot is tomorrow. The rally starts at 2 this afternoon at the county courthouse ahead of the meeting at 3. And today, the Kansas Court of Appeals will consider a case involving driver's licenses for transgender Kansans. The court has to decide whether Kansans can change their genders on their licenses. In 2023, Attorney General Chris Kobach sued and ordered the Department of Revenue to refuse to change genders on licenses and also revert previously changed ones. Last year, a judge ruled that that ban can continue until the case is heard. So today, several groups will ask the State Court of Appeals to overrule the temporary injunction until the case is heard in court. The celebrations continue across Chiefs Kingdom this morning. Next, we'll show you the fireworks display, the moment the Chiefs clinch that AFC crown, and hear from a player on the toughness that's gotten the team through some adversity this season.
And in weather, we're talking about this cold morning, the mild days ahead. Next, I want to show you where rain is likely and who may see snow coming up.
Exclusive First Alert live Doppler radar positioned at New Century Air Center, providing your fastest track as storms approach. KMBC 9 First Alert Weather.
And welcome back. It is 8:15. Take a look at your first alert traffic. We're in pretty good shape right now. Some of the highways have already popped it open. So not only a little bit later for some of the interstates and freeways as far as the rush hour developing, the heavier stuff, but lighter altogether. This is going to be westbound I-70 around Lee Summit Road. From the upper right, there's 470 coming past 470 up to Lee Summit Road. Looking great. We do have a single stalled car. You might be able to see it there, the off-ramp from westbound I-70 to Lee Summit Road. Not a factor. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Johnny. Well, all of Kansas City was celebrating last night. Take a look. News Chopper 9 caught the fireworks celebration from the air last night as the Chiefs prepare to go for a historic third straight Super Bowl title. Chiefs Kingdom packed into the Power and Light District to cheer the team on to victory. This was the scene at KC Live where the Chiefs secured their spot in the Super Bowl. And fans also packed into Overland Park's Chicken and Pickle to cheer the Chiefs on to victory. We caught up with some lifelong fans thrilled to see their team get the chance to make NFL history.
We're going back to the Super Bowl!
You know what, man? We came a long way. I remember times when we was losing, but we got a 3-peat. Kansas City Chiefs, let's do it. 3-peat. No one has done it in the NFL history. 3-peat. Everybody say 3-peat.
What are you feeling? We literally won the AFC Championship tonight.
I've been a Chiefs fan ever since Lynn Dawson. I saw the first Super Bowl at 18 years old, and I'm now 78, and I've been a Chiefs fan my whole life.
So special to see. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles are once again headed to the Super Bowl. Next, we'll take a look at head coach Andy Reid's history with both teams and see the Chiefs' focus as they prepare for a battle with the Birds. We saw some scary moments in Philadelphia last night as Eagles fans celebrated their big win. Police say a car drove into a crowd of fans in Center City, leaving 3 people hurt. They're all expected to be okay. In a post on X, Philly police said the crash didn't look to be intentional. They did take someone into custody for the questioning. The Chiefs have their work cut out for them as they prepare to face a dominant Eagles team. Lineman Chris Jones says head coach Andy Reid isn't wasting any time getting ready.
Coach Reid will be there at like 3 a.m. in the morning watching film. Listen, you got to take it with stride, man. There's a lot of obstacles we had to face to get here. You got to appreciate that aspect of it, appreciate how tonight turned out. But we also got one more game ahead of us, the important one. So, you got 24 hours to sit on it, have you a nice drink or something, whatever you choose to do with yourself. And we got 2 weeks to prepare for Philadelphia, right?
And head coach Andy Reid has 28 postseason wins as a head coach, 10 with Philadelphia, 18 with the Chiefs. Super Bowl 59 will tie Reid with Don Shula for the second most Super Bowl appearances by a coach. Reid coached in Super Bowl 39 with the Eagles and Super Bowls 54, 55, 57, 58, and now 59 with the Chiefs. And keep in mind, he's only won Super Bowls with Kansas City. So the Chiefs are taking a few new guys with them to Super Bowl 59. Wide receivers DeAndre Hopkins and Hollywood Brown have been a big piece of the Chiefs puzzle, and they are thrilled that they've made it this far.
It's definitely some dark days, especially in the organizations I was in. I haven't made a playoff in 5 years. I got traded for some pennies in my prime. So, I was like, man, it's going to be tough. But, went to Arizona. We started off hot a couple times and, then got traded to Tennessee and, didn't get the results. But I got to thank Miss Amy, Chad, and Rand for allowing me to be over here and trading me to this organization.
I just, thank God and thank my teammates. When I couldn't play, just those guys were going at it, and I just wish I was there to help them. So now being able to be here, help them, on and off the field, it's been a blessing, man. I can't thank God enough.
So this is going to be D-Hop and Hollywood Brown's first ever Super Bowl appearance. And keep in mind, these wins have not come easy all year long for the Chiefs, but through the adversity, they keep on winning. After the game, guard Trey Smith even compared the team to a pack of tough dogs.
Maybe a little Cane Corso, Rottweiler, any type of dog that can sort of get after a little bit. You get a little Yorkie, Chihuahua. Chihuahuas can be a little snappy, so, we got it in us.
Yeah, you got the Chihuahua, Yorkie, Rottweiler, all of them. Speaking of dogs, the Great Plains SPCA needs your help. They're in a shelter showdown with shelters from the other top NFL cities to raise the most money to help pets in need. It's a fierce fundraising competition, and right now, any dollar you donate will be matched. You can donate right now at sheltershowdown.org. And keep in mind the Puppy Bowl that happens before the Super Bowl. I believe one of our local shelters has a dog competing in it.
Fabulous.
So we got to support all the puppies, all the shelters.
Absolutely. Okay, I need to bring you up to date on the weather, and to do it properly, I need to take a national perspective because things are tied together from the different coasts that will impact our weather. 65 today in New Orleans, melting the snow away for them. 58 degrees in LA today, and they are getting rain showers where normally we'd be very excited for them to have rain after dealing with such dry conditions and the fires. But unfortunately, this rain is causing mudslides and additional problems as a result. Now, that area of low pressure combined with another one coming up from the south will become a rainmaker for us in Kansas City. As you see, we take this into Wednesday. Doesn't yet arrive in KC, but on Thursday, this is in our forecast. As you look at the 9-day, you'll see that it'll be mild on Thursday with rain showers moving in. Overnight Thursday into Friday, there is a chance we may even have some thunder. So let's return to Future Scan and show you that trend. Here we are. You can see the timestamp here. During the day on Thursday, just occasional light showers. But then that overnight time period, notice the enhancement. You'll see some yellow coming in. That would be where we'd have heavier rain and possibly a rumble of thunder. But thankfully, no severe weather with that when it comes through. And the backside of this low will produce a little bit of snow. See that blue? So it's not widespread. It's not heavy. It's really not even much over Kansas City, but perhaps across northern Kansas and Missouri, you may see a flurry fly by. We don't even cool down that much after that system. We continue to be in the 40s. Thursday will be a day we're in the 50s, but we stay in the 40s for this entire 9-day stretch. It gets colder beyond that Tuesday, but at least for now, warmer than normal.
Right now, Kansas City, Missouri police are looking for 3 missing teen girls last seen together. 15-year-old Savannah Morris, Deasia Dovers, and 14-year-old Kenna Westling were last seen around 11 Saturday night at 55th and Cambridge. Police tell us their families are very worried, so if you see any of these girls, please call 911. Today, the Kansas Court of Appeals will consider a case involving driver's licenses for transgender Kansans. The court has to decide whether Kansans can change their genders on their licenses. In 2023, Attorney General Chris Kobach sued and ordered the Department of Revenue to refuse to change genders on licenses and also revert previously changed ones. A judge ruled that ban can continue until the case is heard. Today, several groups will ask the State Court of Appeals to overrule the temporary injunction until a case is heard in court. Katie?
All right, we've got a beautiful sunrise on this Victory Monday coming up over the plaza right now. It's a cold 19. It feels like it is 10. So though the headline is warmer than normal weather, not in the mornings. It's still very cold in the mornings, and this may be the coldest morning we have this week. It's 22 in Blue Springs, 19 in Parkville, 22 in Overland Park, 20 in Gardner. The wind chill steals a few degrees. It feels like it's 13 in Overland Park, 9 in Shawnee, 8 is your wind chill in Liberty right now. But this afternoon, nice, 45 degrees. However, to get that warm, we've got to have a warm wind, and boy, it really is going to howl this afternoon. It's coming in at 15 miles an hour sustained, but on top of that will be wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. So a very windy afternoon, but it will be mostly sunny, which should make it comfortable to be outside. 45 will be our eventual high for the day. In the 9-day forecast, notice that we stay in the 40s, even low 50s all the way through this week. Thursday and Friday, there is a chance we could have some rain showers. We'll be right back.
Your station leading the way, getting you prepared for important events and changes that affect your day. KMBC 9 News.
Allen, push from behind. I think he got it. The crowd here.
Super Bowl bound again. We will show you the biggest plays that send the Chiefs to New Orleans.
We're not to the ultimate goal yet, and it's going to be a great challenge for us with Philadelphia.
So next up, the Eagles, the early Super Bowl odds and what the Chiefs players are expecting from Philadelphia in the big game. Plus, the streetcar is shut down ahead of a big milestone, the work that's nearly completed to expand access to more areas. Good morning and thanks so much for joining us on this Victory Monday morning. I am Jamie Weiss. Katie Horner, the sun is shining on Kansas City and just what a great start to the week.
It is. It is. A lot of people still a little sleepy.
Yeah.
We need to give everybody some grace this morning as probably working on very little sleep after last night's celebrations. Here's a look at the view from our Price Chopper City View on the plaza. Rising sun, it's 19 degrees. It feels like it's 10. So you'll hear us talking about how mild the week will be. But the mornings are still very cold. Children heading to the bus stop, most of them should be gone now. It's 8:32, but if you've got a straggler, they're going to want to be dressed in layers and be able to shed some of those layers later today. It feels like it's only 4 in Lawrence. It feels like it's 19 in Warrensburg. It just depends on how strong the wind is blowing. The actual air temperature is 18 in Trenton, Atchison, and Leavenworth, 10 in Lawrence, 19 in Belton. Everybody pretty cold this morning. So that's how we start our discussion. And then we'll look at just how mild the weather will be in the afternoons, including today. We get up to 45, but the issue with today's mid-afternoon weather is that it will be so windy. A west wind at 15 with gusts to 30 miles an hour. Johnny Rollins joins us now with a look at your traffic. If you haven't out left yet, sunglasses a good idea, especially later today with that sun in your eyes as you commute home.
Yeah, with the wind the way it is, carry a bowling ball with you. Maybe it could get blown around. It is going to be one of those days where we probably see some of the high-profile vehicles get tossed around a little bit. Taking a look at I-435 here in Antioch, we had a report of an accident here. A moment ago, they were showing that accident. It's on the ramp you see there to the left, to the right. That will be the off-ramp from eastbound 435 to Antioch, again on the Kansas side here, and that's not really causing any kind of a problem. So we feared when we first heard it that it was going to be a big backup here on 435, but since it's on the ramp and not blocking any lanes, we're in good shape through here. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Johnny. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs are headed back to the Super Bowl. They defeated the Buffalo Bills last night at Arrowhead in the AFC Championship game.
Whole season for Buffalo on the line here. There they come. He just desperately throws it up in the air, incomplete.
That defensive stop is what led to the Chiefs offense sealing the game in the final minutes. It was a tight matchup, too, with the Chiefs winning 32-29. It is the Chiefs' 17th straight win in games decided by one score or less. Team leaders say all of those close games this year prepared them for last night.
You look at the games we had, then we had like 6 or 7 games where it was one possession. You know, we could continue to build off of that throughout the year. And, you know, these games are very familiar with us. We're used to being in these type of situations. So we feel very calm. We feel very at peace with what we're running, the speed of it, the pace of it, and the play calling.
For us to go through the season and win the games the way that we won them, I'm proud of the team. But like you said, we're not to the ultimate goal yet, and this will be a great challenge for us with Philadelphia. And so I'm excited for the guys preparing and get to New Orleans and put up our best shot.
A bright spot for the Chiefs offense in the AFC Championship was rookie Xavier Worthy. He had a career-high 85 yards receiving on 6 receptions with a touchdown. The rookie has been a force for the team on this playoff push, and he knows how special this opportunity is. Now he's focused on playing for a Super Bowl ring.
Man, words can't explain it, man. You dream about it as a kid, and just to come out here and say what you're going to do and actually do it, I mean, it means the world, man. Man, a lot of rookies don't really even get this opportunity, so I'm just blessed to have the opportunity to be in the forefront to go win the Super Bowl.
So for the Chiefs, this third straight Lamar Hunt trophy keeps their streak of postseason wins going with 9. It also keeps their hope of a three-peat alive. Chiefs players say they're ready to get down to New Orleans to play in the big game.
You play this game to win Super Bowls. You train all year long for a moment like this, and you go out there and lay it on the line. You could win, you could lose. And so you put days and days and hours of training on the line, and we were able to get it done today.
It's been a long time coming, been league 12 years. You know, job's not done yet, but, you know, to make it this far, it's a blessing.
So the Chiefs are going to take on the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59. The Eagles took care of the Washington Commanders Sunday afternoon, winning 55-23. The Eagles' rushing attack led the way with both running back Saquon Barkley and quarterback Jalen Hurts scoring 3 touchdowns apiece on the ground. Las Vegas is out with its early lines for the big game, and according to FanDuel, the Chiefs are a 1.5-point favorite for the game. They expect it to be a pretty even matchup, though, with the over-under total of 49 points. Numbers will fluctuate as we get a little bit closer to game time, and if you plan on going to the game, be prepared to pay up. According to ticket site Game Time, the lowest price ticket, $7,479 a ticket. That includes fees and taxes. The most expensive ticket is $56,409. Keep in mind there are ticket packages available through the Chiefs. Those start around $6,000. They do include a ticket to the game. If you want to go down to New Orleans to experience the atmosphere, United is helping out by adding 2 direct round-trip flights from KC to New Orleans. One will leave on the 7th, the other will leave on the 8th. Both will have return flights on the 10th. Right now in Kansas City, it is time to celebrate. We've all earned this. KBC 9's Morgan Mobley joins us live at Union Station's Fan Zone. And Morgan, it's going to be a really fun 2 weeks ahead.
The fun here is just beginning. In all her glory, she has returned to her rightful place here in the Fan Zone. The AFC Champ sign. It was just changed out from the Chiefs Kingdom sign, of course, as we clinched the AFC Championship last night. The Fan Zone is going to continue to expand over the next couple of days. So this is, of course, the brand new edition. Ready for all your picture taking here at Union Station on Saturday of this week. Grand Hall is going to be opening up full of over 10 photo ops, a lot of them nods to New Orleans. Last year we saw with the Las Vegas Super Bowl, a lot of Taylor and Travis backdrops as well. So much fun to be had. Also happening today, the AFC Champs banners will be hung right outside of Union Station, and Casey Wolf will be joining for that as well. This is all free, and the hours for it every day, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Reporting in Kansas City, Morgan Mobley, KBC 9 News.
All right, looking forward to all the fun. Thanks, Morgan. So KBC 9 News is headed to New Orleans. Our sports team has traveled to every Chiefs game since the season started. They will be kicking off our coverage starting next Sunday. And then we're bringing you a full week of Super Bowl and game day coverage live from the Big Easy with special coverage of Chasing the Championship every night at 6:30, Friday night at 7. That's all right here on KMBC 9. And Katie Horner, as excited as we are for that, we got to get through the forecast here at home first. So
right.
What do we need to know?
Fabulous weather. Perfect. Just a little cold in the mornings, mild in the afternoons. I'll show you here in a moment. We've got a couple days this week where we have a chance for some rain. But I wanted to show you what, if you're thinking about heading down to New Orleans, the weather may be like on game day. This is in 2 weeks, so subject to change. But the temperature spread for the low temperatures was anywhere between 52 and 69. And then for the high temperatures, anywhere between 65 and 78. Now today through Wednesday, it'll be dry in KC. Every day a little bit warmer than the next. Today will be the windiest, and the winds will calm down each day. Kind of a interesting dynamic as we lose the wind but gain the warmth on Wednesday. Then we'll turn our attention to that chance of rain Thursday and into Friday morning especially. But today it's about that wind. West wind at 15 with gusts to 30, Jamie.
Okay, appreciate the heads up, Katie. Thank you. Right now, Kansas City, Missouri police are looking for 3 missing teen girls who disappeared together. 15-year-old Savannah Morris, Deasia Dovers, and 14-year-old Kenna Westling were all seen last around 11 Saturday night at 55th and Cambridge. Police tell us their families are, of course, very worried about them. So if you see any of these girls, please call 911. Crews will temporarily suspend streetcar service for about 2 weeks starting today. This is part of the Riverfront Extension Project. Crews will be connecting the new track to the existing line. Buses will be running the entire streetcar route at all stops except for the River Market North stop. That's at 3rd and Grand because that's where that connection is going to be happening. That closure, again, expected to last about 2 weeks. As President Donald Trump gears up for his second week in office, the White House is ramping up arrests on those they say are here illegally. This comes as the president's cabinet continues to take shape with more confirmation hearings scheduled for this week. Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with details.
This morning, the White House is claiming victory over Colombia in a showdown over accepting flights of deported Colombian migrants. President Trump had threatened steep tariffs on imports after Colombia's president blocked 2 U.S. military planes from landing over the weekend over the treatment of migrants. A move that could have raised consumer costs for the billions of dollars worth of goods that the U.S. imports from Colombia each year, including crude oil, coffee, and bananas. It comes as border czar Tom Homan joined ICE and DEA agents in Chicago, where officials say they conducted targeted operations.
It's sending a strong signal to the world our border's closed.
Immigration officials say they arrested nearly 1,000 people across the country yesterday, up from 286 on Saturday and 593 Friday. Back in Washington, the Trump cabinet is still taking shape. Former South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem received Senate confirmation on Saturday and will now head the Department of Homeland Security. The president's controversial choice to lead the Defense Department, Pete Hegseth, was also sworn in over the weekend, with Vice President J.D. Vance casting the deciding vote. This as Democratic lawmakers and even some Republicans are blasting Trump for purging independent government watchdogs on Friday night. Sources tell ABC News Trump fired at least 17 inspectors general, officials tasked with rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse across the government.
This is a chilling purge.
This week, the Senate will hold additional confirmation hearings for 3 more of Trump's cabinet picks. That includes Tulsi Gabbard for Director of National Intelligence, RFK Jr. for Health and Human Services, and Kash Patel for FBI Director. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Kansas City is celebrating another trip to the Super Bowl, but city leaders are also focusing on 2026. What is happening today that'll add a KC tune to the World Cup planning. Plus, it is a time to party in Kansas City. We'll show you how Travis Kelce celebrated the latest trip to the Super Bowl and the new tune he's urging fans to enjoy.
And Eric Stonestreet gets picked up by a player. Here's a look at our forecast ahead. We have a cold start now, above normal temperatures for a few days, and then we have a chance of rain. I'll show you when and where coming up.
Your station leading the way with First Alert Weather, Kansas City's most experienced team, KMBC 9 News.
Welcome back, 846. Taking a look at your first alert traffic. A single, lonely, stalled car. Right shoulder, northbound 435 here near Bannister with not much traffic out there. This isn't going to be a factor for you. Definitely a lighter rush hour this morning after the big victory. Folks celebrating late into the night, and it shows with a pretty easy rush hour for us this morning, and it's pretty much over. Johnny Rollins, News Chopper 9, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Johnny. So this morning, we're going to learn some more information about how Kansas City plans to welcome World Cup visitors next year. KC has been designated as the country's first creative city of music. As part of that, there are plans to showcase the city's jazz heritage to visitors to the World Cup. We will lean and learn all about how jazz is going to be incorporated into the soccer tournament at a ceremony this morning at 10 a.m. Definitely going to be leaning into jazz, too. Tonight, Overland Park Police will be remembering the city's first officer to die in the line of duty. 40 years ago yesterday, a drunk driver killed Officer Deanna Rose. In the years that passed, the city's Deanna Rose Children's Farmstead was named in her honor. It'll be the site of a special remembrance ceremony happening tonight at 5:30. It includes a wreath laying and a prayer service. The event is open to the public. We've been talking about it all morning long. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to their third straight Super Bowl. It was a close game, a little too close for comfort, but the game fate was sealed by a running back who made one catch on one target on the night.
Can Mahomes do it? Got the B-line. B-line makes the move around Bernard, and that will clinch it.
Samaje Perine caught the pass from Mahomes and ran for a first down. So that would end the game, sealing the deal for the Chiefs and punching their ticket to New Orleans.
I didn't know what was behind me, but turned around, saw some open field, had to make it happen, baby.
Well, how'd you feel right there? Because you knew it was over at that point, man.
Yeah, it felt great, man. It felt great. It felt real good. We're going to enjoy it for the night. Then we got the biggest stage coming up, so we got to get ready for that.
You got a great night to party, and then you go back to work, going back for a three-peat. How's that feel when you're going back, making history?
It feels great. This is my second time going to a Super Bowl, and can't describe the feeling, but it's the best feeling ever, baby.
Well, enjoy yourself, man. Congratulations.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, what a sight to see. That was our Jackson Kurtz as the fireworks shot off at Arrowhead following a Chiefs win. Fans at the game are excited about another trip to the Super Bowl, and they've already got a name for Chiefs fans down in New Orleans.
We are pumped. This is the Arrowhead Invitational every year. Shout out to the Bills. They do have a good team, but we're about to turn New Orleans into Chiefs Gras. Let's go, baby. Three-peat.
We have twins here, by the way. Yeah. Don't be confused.
This is a huge win for us. I mean, the Bills, great team coming in. We were nervous before the game, but got the dub for Chiefs Gras down in New Orleans. Let's go.
I had a dream last night that we blew out the Bills, so I knew we were going to come out with a dub today.
Well, the Chiefs' victory brought on the trophy celebration and some famous fans onto the field. One of them, a local guy turned Hollywood star, Eric Stonestreet. He was out on the field celebrating with the players. Watch this. He even gets picked up by long snapper James Winchester. There we go. Stonestreet is from Kansas City, Kansas, and he's a lifelong Chiefs fan. Our cameras even captured Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift going up the tunnel after the game and trophy celebration. The two celebrated on the field along with Donna, Mama Kelce. So during this Chiefs celebration on the field, Travis Kelce, he had a special message for fans. Years ago, he told the fans they had to fight for their right to party. But last night, it was a different tune.
Dance, make a little love. Yeah, get down tonight.
Just call him DJ Kelce at this point. Taylor and Donna Kelce, you see there enjoying the little song as Travis caps up the trophy celebration with a little KC and the Sunshine Band. So once the final whistle blew, Chiefs fans flocked to stores to get the latest AFC Championship merch. At Academy Sports and Liberty, fans wanted to be the first to get their hands on the new championship gear. From the gray sweatshirts and shirts that the players wore on the field to hats and more, they wanted to make sure they had the gear as they went to work or school today.
Oh, I'm super excited. We're going to the Super Bowl third time in a row. Go Chiefs!
Something to be happy about and to celebrate.
I have every shirt from every year, and I'm excited about it.
AFC Championship, three-peat, baby.
We beat the Eagles once, we'll beat them Birds again.
Academy stores are open early right now if you still want to grab that championship gear. Some other local stores are going to be cranking out new gear for Super Bowl bound Chiefs. Charlie Hustle's rolling out this new shirt and sweatshirt design. It says Showtime in New Orleans, complete with a saxophone and a football. You can get them on the Charlie Hustle website right now. The Chiefs win also helps Mayor Quentin Lucas keep his betting streak going. He once again is going to get some food and other items from Buffalo, courtesy of their mayor. Mayor Lucas put up some Arthur Bryant's barbecue. We'll just have to wait and see what the wager for the Super Bowl will be against the Eagles. Katie, I'm assuming maybe some Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
I guess they're known for some pretzels. I like Mayor Lucas's odds. He's been doing well.
He's been doing very well. I want to be on that team that gets to sit there and sample that when we get it sent our way. Here's a look at our forecast for today. A lot of sunshine, probably no clouds today, a high of 45, but it will get very windy this afternoon with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Looking down towards the Gulf of Mexico, remember they had that blizzard. Most of their snow has melted. This rain will certainly help eat away any leftover snow. Plus, they're going to be warm this afternoon with temperatures in the 50s. And then we're tracking a system coming out of LA. That, combined with another area of low pressure coming out of the south, is going to bring rain our way. You can see by Wednesday night, it's coming through Wichita up towards Emporia. This is in our forecast for Thursday, but let me put that into perspective with the 9-day forecast. We have dry weather while we wait for that system to approach, and we get to warm up out ahead of it. So every day gets a little bit warmer until that rain arrives. Before the rain, we get to 50 on Thursday. And then the rain showers come in. Let me return you to future scan so you can see generally what we're looking at. Rain showers coming up on Thursday. Timestamp is right here. And then overnight Thursday into Friday morning, you'll see a bit of an enhancement, some yellow. There's where we may even hear a rumble of thunder. No severe weather expected. That continues until early Friday morning, and then there's this wraparound of that low that could bring a few flurries to northern Missouri and Kansas and into Iowa. Not down here in KC, but it would be interesting that they may see some snow up north. No accumulation from the snow expected. After that, Saturday, we're freezing in the morning, 31, but we come up to 46 degrees on the first day of February. On Sunday, it's a very important meteorological day. It is the Groundhog Day, and it looks like it would be cloudy, which would indicate an earlier than normal spring. So that would be a great thing. The temperature in the morning would be 32. I will look forward to meeting everybody who is out running the Groundhog Run on Sunday morning through Hunt Midwest, all underground run, 49 for the afternoon high. Good morning. If you're getting up a little late, recovering from last night's celebration, I'll talk softly. Might have a headache. We've got a rising sun, beautiful blue sky. It is cold, only 24 degrees, and we have a wind chill of 14 right now. It is cold everywhere. Wind chills are in mostly the teens across the board. Air temperatures are starting to come up. We're getting up to 27 now in Warrensburg and Lee Summit. It's 25 in Olathe. Today's high, 45 degrees in Kansas City. Notice the wind arrows. It will be a windy day. In the afternoon, the winds will be gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow, still breezy, but not as gusty as today. Wednesday will be close to 50 degrees. Have a great day on this Victory Monday.